Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tangela, but my friends call me Tan. Let's get into the video. Here in number one, I have this wooden piece I got from the Dollar Tree. And we are going to make us a fall swag. And I'm going to remove the tags as you can see. I'm going to place it the long way so that you can see it better. I'm going to take some floral foam. And I have a few blocks here. But what I'm going to do is take those three bigger blocks and I'm going to cut them in half. I'm using my scissors here, but I do have a pool noodle or floral foam knife, but I couldn't seem to locate it. But anyway, I'm going to cut them in half with my scissors. And after getting them cut in half, we're going to hot glue them to our wooden board. Now here I have these fall maple leaves in the faded color that I got from Dollar Tree. And I believe this whole bunch was $3 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $3. So we're going to take those and we're going to use my wire cutters and we're going to clip those into individual pieces so that we can put them in the floral foam. And what we're going to do is just stick each one of the leaves in the floral foam. And I have a bunch of these, so I'll be using, I think, about 3 packs of these maple leaves. But while I'm doing this, let me take the time to tell you about today's video. This is a collaboration for Budget to Beautiful. Our host today is Nikki from Touch by Time with Nikki. And we also have Yetta at Craft Along with Jay. And our guest host is Loli at Loli D's Creation. This is a monthly collaboration that I participate in, and I really enjoyed. So please go over and check out their channels and give them a like. Let them know Tan sent you. And just show some love. And we also have a playlist. If you'll check out the other talented creators, do the same thing. Give them a like, share their videos, and again, show them some love. Thank you so much. Their information will be in the description box below. Now let's get back to the video. So I'm continuing to place the maple leaves into the floral foam, just still cutting each individual piece. And as I was talking, I did bring out more of those maple leaves. But that second bunch that I had, it had white pumpkins on it and pine cones. So you'll see those. So after filling up all the floral foam, I'm going to take these lights and put those on. And this is how it turned out. I like things to be lit up, and I think this one turned out really nice. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Here I have one of the beaded wreaths from Dollar Tree. And I'm sure they still sell those. To be honest, I've had this in my stash for a while. Actually, everything that I'm crafting with today has been in my stash for at least a year or two. So here I have these picks of these fall color florals. So what I'm doing with that is I'm going to take the bottom of them and curve them so that it'll curve along the wreath. And I apologize that I'm a little out of frame there when I was doing that. But we're just fitting it to fit the wreath. And there you just saw a glance of the other florals that I'm going to be using. I took this piece of jute twine and I'm going to just simply tie the florals together because that was two bunches. I'm just tying those together, and then I'm just going to take that piece of twine and just wrap it around that beaded wreath. And I know you guys are probably thinking, why don't you just use floral wire? You're absolutely right. I would have if I could locate it. And the reason why I'm not able to locate everything is because I'm actually relocating my craft room. And with that, everything is kind of in disarray. And I can't find anything. So I got to get relocated and then organized again. So here I'm just wrapping that jute cord around, and I'm just gonna end up taking the glue gun and we're gonna hot glue it. And here I'm just being very careful because that glue gun the glue has burned me before, and I've gotten a very big blister. So just trying to be careful. And after I get that jute cord on there, that flash of other florals that you got to see, I'm going to take those and put those down. So I'm continuing to hot glue my florals onto the wreath, and I'm hot gluing it directly to the beaded wreath. And I'm just holding it there a second to let it set up. So here are the other florals. Those two came from Dollar Tree. And we're going to hot glue those down. And when we get those hot glued down, I have these little berries, fall berries. And I'm just going to put one on each side of those florals. And then I thought, it didn't look full enough for me, so I added more of those florals just to kind of cover up anything that I didn't want to show. And this is a very simple wreath that'll look good on anybody's door. And this is how it turned out. I think it turned out really cute. I love the fall colors. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Here in the third and final DIY, I have this wood piece or wood block from Dollar Tree. And I'm just pointing out that Dollar Tree wood can sometimes be very rough. So I did sand that off camera. So we got that sand down and then wiped off. And then I'm going to get it ready to be painted. We're gonna use this Waverly chalk paint in the color Cashew. And I was just showing you I used a sponge brush that also came from Dollar Tree. So I quickly painted it. It only took one coat. And I quickly dried it with my heat gun. I'm going to take this napkin, which you can see also came from Dollar Tree, and we're going to Mod Podge it onto our board, wooden board. Here I'm taking a piece of painter's tape and I'm just separating the plies, because when you're Mod Podging, you want to remove all the plies. You just want to be left with your top sheet. But before I Mod Podge it, I didn't show you guys that I'm going to use Mod Podge in matte, and Mod Podge is a special glue. So I quickly put that on and I dried it. So now I'm lining up my napkin here. And after I get it lined up, I'm going to take my little heat press, which came from Cricut. I got that as a Christmas gift last year, I believe. And then I'm also going to take a piece of parchment paper, and we're going to just iron that napkin onto the board. And the parchment paper just helps protect your napkin, and the heat press reactivates the Mod Podge, which causes it to adhere, the napkin to adhere very well to the board. And I just want to point out, when you're doing this, you want to make sure you get all your edges and all in the middle to make sure everything had been reactivated and it's stuck on there. Since the napkin was so big, I just cut away most of the excess napkin, and then I took my sanding block and I just sand in downward strokes and remove the rest of the excess. And as you can see, it comes out very clean. I really like that. So now we're ready to proceed with what I'm going to, I hope you guys like. I picked up these candle holders here from the Goodwill. I'm going to take one of those and I'm going to hot glue it. But if you want to make this a permanent piece, you definitely want to use a permanent glue. And I picked up these little mini fall florals from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take my wire cutters and just cut them off individually. Well, I ended up just pushing them off. They were so easy to just push apart. But I did use the wire cutters to separate everything individually. And then I hot glued the leaf inside the candle holder. And now I'm going to take each individual piece of floral and we're gonna just hot glue it down the board as if I tilted over the glass and poured out the fall flowers. So I just hot glued those all down in a pouring fashion. And then here I took some ribbon in my attempt to make a bow. If you guys been watching me long enough, you know I struggle with bows. I'm bow challenged. But I'm getting there. So I made a loop. And then I'm just going to take some hot glue. And I'm going to hot glue that loop together. And then my tails, you see those two little pieces I cut. We're just going to place those down as if, you know, they're the tails for the bow. And I'm going to hot glue those. And then I took I made another little bow from a piece of twine. I did it off camera because it takes me a minute. And I hot glued it on top there. And then after getting my bow together, the only thing I had trouble with was where to place the bow. And you guys tell me would you put it on top like that or down on the board? Well, you'll see where I decided to put it. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think, please. And that's where I decided to put it. And so I just trimmed the edges at an angle. And then I took a lighter and just kind of burned the ends so that they didn't fray. And this is how it turned out. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Please don't forget to check out the other creators' channels and our playlists. Again, their information will be down in the description box. Remember to give them a like, share, and hype if you like. And do the same for my video. We all would appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.